10 rarest PlayStation 3 games. So I will start this episode with a disclaimer. I will not be including NBA Elite 11 for the prime reason that I do not own the game. If I was including it, it would probably come in at number 2 in this list. So that's just a disclaimer before you guys throw in the comments, where's NBA Elite 11? NBA Elite 11's the rarest game. Just on that game, it was an unreleased game in North America. It got pulled from the shelves about 5 days before it was released. Some copies made it in the wild. There's, I believe, about 20 to 40 copies out there. You will see copies on eBay. I've seen about 5 copies on eBay the last 6 or 7 years of collecting. They do go for thousands and thousands of dollars. It's probably not the rarest game for that reason. The game that I've chosen as number 1, I've seen less copies for sale. I know of less copies that exist. It's not as expensive, but I believe it's rarer. Anyway, I will throw another disclaimer in there, guys. All the games in this list I own. There may be some other games out there which I do not own, which I may do an updated video in a couple of years if I come across any rare games. I've not included any steelbooks. I've not included any slipcovers, limited editions, special editions, or collector's editions. However, if these editions came with a case, and that case itself is very rare, one of these games will be that exception, then I've included it. So this is the top 10 rarest PS3 games in their standard cases only. Without further ado, let's get on to the episode. Now, most of these games are going to be in their protective slips, so I probably won't be pulling them out. I'll be showing you guys the game and telling you a little bit of a story about them. So at number 10, we have Obert Petink 2. Now, this was only released in France, making it a French exclusive. However, this is very, very hard to find. I don't believe I've ever seen a copy on eBay. Possibly there was one once years ago. My friend Pierre did find one for me in France. You can find Obert Petink 1 on eBay very easily. However, you cannot find this online. You will need to find a collector in France who will have a difficult time tracking down a copy. So that's why this has come in at number 10. Obert Petink 2. Okay, guys, number 9 is an interesting selection. I'm going to show you one game, but number 9 is actually a variety of games. Before I confuse you, I'll just show you. I'm going to talk about the SingStar games. Now, the reason I'm just showing you one is I believe this is the rarest. However, it's coming in at number 9 because the SingStar set itself is a very difficult set to complete. A lot of the games you cannot buy on the internet. You need to find somebody in that specific country to track it down. This, I believe, is the rarest. This is SingStar Sumi Helmet, Finnish exclusive. I had great difficulties tracking this down. I actually ended up finding 2 copies, one from my friend as well. Very, very, very difficult time finding this. I had to email people in Finnish using Google Translate. Send bank transfers to people in Finland. It was scary, but it came through. So we're including number 9 will be SingStar and the SingStar game. I believe Sumi Helmet is the hardest to find. Alright, guys, coming in at number 8, we have the Chinese English copy of Lost in the Rain. Now, this was released as Rain in Japan. However, that is not playable in English. If you do want to play it in English, you will need this or the Korean copy. However, I've included the Chinese English copy at number 8 in our list. Now at number 8. This is actually a fantastic game as well. I did have a little look just before this video. There's one copy on eBay going at about 700 Australian dollars, which is absolutely ridiculous. To find this game, you're either going to have to pay 5 times what it's worth on eBay, or you're going to have to find someone in Hong Kong, the Philippines, Singapore, any of these countries that aren't South Korea or Japan in Southeast Asia, and they will still have difficulty finding it. That is Lost in the Rain, Chinese English, number 8. So moving on to game number 7 of the top 10 rarest PS3 games. We have RA1 the game. I think this needs much of an introduction. RA1, being an Indian exclusive, is very difficult to find. Over my years, most collectors don't own this game unless they've come in contact with a guy by the name of Rahul or TJ in the PS3 collectors group. It's very rare to ever see one of these on eBay. If you do, they go for a range of about $200, which is ridiculous. Even in India today, they're going for a lot of money as collectors have realized that this is a rare game overseas. Yeah, so it's part of the PAL set. RA1 the game. There is a PS2 version, which is more common. However, it's still very rare. So that is number 7 of our top 10 rarest PS3 games. Number 6, guys, I'm including Chavez Cart. Now, Chavez Cart also had a Mexican version called El Chavo Cart. However, I've seen less copies of this over the years. It was only released in Brazil. I've never seen this on... Okay, I apologize. I've seen this on eBay once. I've seen El Chavo Cart multiple times. However, you will only be able to find this if you know someone in Brazil. You will not be able to find this game outside of Brazil. Unless, you know, you got a 1 in a chance. But this is Chavez Cart. Shout out to Lewis for helping me track down this one. Lewis is a great guy. So that comes in at number 6 of our top 10 rarest PlayStation 3 games. Alright guys, moving on to number 5. We got another game from Europe. This is MotorStorm Complete. This is only released in a few countries. Italy, the Netherlands, I believe France. Correct me if I'm wrong. However, finding the European MotorStorm Complete, very, very difficult today. I haven't seen a copy on eBay for a few years. Look for them all the time because there's still a certain version that I'm after that's all in English. The back. This one, I believe, is in Italian. So that is MotorStorm Complete. Includes all the DLC from MotorStorm. And that is number 5 of our top 10 rarest PlayStation 3. Okay, so coming in at number 4, guys, is the one exception I was talking about at the start of the video. This was only released as part of a collector's edition. It didn't actually receive a standard release, which is why I'm including it in this video. And that is the PAL standard case for Drakengard 3. Now, it doesn't have a disc. It only includes the download voucher, which comes inside the case. And there were only 2,000 of these released. Took me about 5 years to track down a copy, and it was very expensive, and I still believe I got it for a good price. So just take that as a disclaimer, guys. That's why this has come in at number 4 of my top 10 rarest PlayStation 3 game. I'll just take a note on that this is my opinion completely, guys. I did ask a couple of my buddies for their opinion too, and they helped me work out this list. So shout out to Rahul and Jimmy for that. And this is number 4 of our top 10 rarest PS3 games. So this is Drakengard 3, the PAL release. Now coming in at number 3 is, again, we're not going to be talking about one game in particular. I want to talk about a group of games. But this is one of the rarest of those. We're going to talk about the Buzz games. Now this is not the rarest Buzz game. The rarest Buzz game is the Russian Buzz game. I do not own that currently. My friend Ed from Ukraine's helping me track it down. He's got a copy for me. I'm just waiting to get it sent, so hopefully that'll be here soon. This is probably the second hardest one to find. This is the Finnish version. Sumi Neuropathy. But just on the Buzz games, I've ranked them a lot higher than the SingStar games for good reason. There's 21 of these games. I've been searching for the complete set for about 5 years very actively. I'm still missing 2. Again, there's only 21 of them. Practically all of these games you cannot buy on the internet. You need to find a connection in the country that it was released in. Even New Zealand, being an Australian, I could not find on eBay. I had to go on a New Zealand website, contact multiple sellers until I found one that would send to Australia when a copy's popped up, and it was quite difficult. So that's why the Buzz games I've included at number 3 of our top 10 rarest PlayStation 3 games. This one is Buzz Sumi Neuropathy, and again, as I said, the Russian one is the rarest. Alright guys, moving on to number 2. Now, a couple of years ago this would not have come in at number 2, however today, it's very, very hard to find this. I haven't seen a copy for sale before it's sold. I've seen copies that have been for sale and sold almost instantly. I know of 2 recent sales in the last 12 months, and they were at $400, which is very Australian, which is absolutely ridiculous. And that's just basically based on the rarism of this game. The price keeps going up. A lot of collectors are after it, and a lot of collectors cannot find it. Of course, I am talking about Aquanaut's Holiday, the Chinese English version. Now, if you have been trying to find this lately, you will completely agree that this is number 2 on the list. If you've had this in your collection for a while, you're probably going to be like, this wasn't that hard to find. Again, when I found my copy, there were plenty of copies online. At the time, it was a $200 game. I managed to get mine for $190. I was quite happy with. But today you cannot find Aquanaut's Holiday. I've been trying to find sales for it. No, I've been trying to find listings for it for a long time, and I haven't seen any. So keep that a disclaimer. There is a Korean version as well that comes in English, and it's practically in the same boat. However, I'm showing the Chinese English one here today. So, number 2, rarest PlayStation 3 game, we have Aquanaut's Holiday, Chinese English. Now, as I stated at the start of the video, guys, I am not including NBA Elite 11 in this video. The primary reason, I don't own the game. If I did own the game, it would come in at this spot in number 2, as I believe the game I'm about to show you is rarer. So anyway, drum roll. Number 1 rarest PlayStation 3 game, standard case, in my opinion, and based on my experience collecting and everything, we have the 3D gaming pack from Australia. I know of 4 copies in the world. I'm not sure if there's any more. I believe there might be, but I've never seen them. Again, I live in Australia. I'm pretty active in the Australian collecting scene, and I only ever know of 4 copies of this game. So that is the 3D gaming pack. There is a 3D collection from Malaysia, as well as 3D collection from Brazil. There's a lot more copies that I've known in the wild, and I've seen those ones. This one, however, there was one eBay sale last year, which I actually purchased. It was a lot of money, on the basis that I believe this is a very, very rare game. So if you're ever in Australia, you see this game, I could pick it up. Again, number 1 rarest PlayStation 3 game, based on my opinion, the 3D gaming pack from Australia. It includes 4 games: Pain, Wipeout HD, Super Stardust 3D, and Pain 3. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this short video. I'll just quickly show you guys what I've included as a top 10. If you didn't see a game here, guys, let me know in the comments. When I made this video, I narrowed it down to about 25 games, and then I asked for Rahul and Jimmy to help me narrow that down again. So we came up with these 10 games. I like to think this is a pretty rare list. No, I believe none of these games, maybe one or two, were on eBay currently. And if they are, they're at very inflated prices. Lost in the Rain, for example. It's not. No one's going to spend $700 on that game. You're crazy if you do. So if I do ever come across some rare games, I will do an updated top 10 rarest PlayStation 3 video. Until then, guys, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube. If you want to chat PS3 games, I've now got a Discord channel, guys. The link is in the description. We'll be doing a live collecting chat tomorrow. Love for you to guys get involved. I will be uploading those vlogs to YouTube, so watch them if you can't attend. And peace, guys. I'll see you next time.